In the early 1900s, a mass exodus known as the Great Migration saw throngs of Southern African Americans uproot their lives and head north, seeking to escape the violence, terror, discrimination, and agonizing poverty of the Jim Crow South. Black migrants primarily moved to urban enclaves, bringing with them their families, their religion, and their musical traditions. This rural Southern religious musical culture mixed with Northern urban influences to give birth to a new sound, gospel.
Thomas Dorsey, who was named Georgia Tom, we credit him as being the father of gospel.
Thomas Dorsey left Atlanta for Chicago during the Great Migration, along with thousands of other migrants who made the journey north.
Thomas Dorsey arrived in what was really a Renaissance period in Chicago. There was a flourishing blues industry, a burgeoning jazz industry, and there was also the growth of small religious institutions, storefront churches in Bronzeville, which was the center of Black life in Chicago. And so the proximity between the jazz and blues clubs and the churches led to a great deal of cross-fertilization of African American culture in Chicago.
Dorsey was no exception to this cultural fusion. He began to write inventive new music, setting sacred words to the popular harmonic structure of the blues and jazz, including his most well-known composition, Take My Hand, Precious Lord, penned while mourning the death of his wife and their infant child.
Thomas Dorsey works with singers like Mahalia Jackson to get churches interested in the music that he's creating. It is both a spiritual imperative for him as well as a commercial one, how you sell music.
Reverend Clarence Cobbs of the First Church of Deliverance in Chicago was one of the early pioneers of this new gospel sound. Cobbs introduced the Hammond B3 organ into his pastoral home.
For us, being one of the first churches, if not the first church, to bring the Hammond organ from the club into the church, many other churches took his lead.
The history of African American music is a tradition of a division between secular music and religious music. Dorsey, in many ways, is the innovator of blending and movement across those forms.